What's up guys, I'm Kel, Red Zone Rogue, and welcome to the 6th episode of the Grimm Showdown. This is a weekly Force Wheel series where I crack open a single pack of every set from the Grimm Cluster and the Alice Cluster. We will determine what the best card is in every pack, and then determine what the best card is for the week. I'm just going to leave that in, let's just keep going. And without further ado, we have the totals for the last week. So currently we have the Alice Cluster is up 3-2 over the Grimm Cluster. Who will win this week? Will the Grimm Cluster tie it up, or will the Alice Cluster maintain its lead? So for this week, I think we're going to do the alternating thing we did last week, except this time we're going to start with the Alice Cluster. So we're going to go Alice Cluster down to the Grimm Cluster, and so on and so forth. I'm pretty excited. Let's crack into it. Alright, starting off pretty strong with the Blessing of Yggdrasil. Lets you search your deck for a stone. Pretty good. We have the Dragoon of Surto, Herald of the Winged Lord. I really like the art. I think she looks really cute. We have Alice's Little Assault Force, Squire of the Ocean Lady. I like this card. I think it's pretty good. 400 for 2, and you get a draw card. Surto, the Blazing Volcano, Dignified Seraph. Shangri-La, the Paradise of the Ocean, is all rare. It's a rare. We have a Darkness Magic Stone, and the foil is a foil Drake. Drake's sweet. He's the clear winner. So we're going to pick Drake as the winner of this pack. He's a 1200 for 4 of any, and then 1 fire. But as this writer says, you may pay 1 less to play this card for each resonator put into a graveyard from your field this turn. So if you can sacrifice a number of dudes, and you can play Drake for only 1. He's not as good as Gwyber and not as good as Titania, but he's still pretty good. So yeah, we're going to go with him. Next up, we kick off the Grimm Cluster with the Crimson Moon's Fairy Tale. First card is the Jewels on Dragon's Neck. I'll be honest, I have no idea what that card does, but I don't think it's that great. We have Gretel, which is a fantastic card. You know what? I don't know what this does. I should probably read it. Pay 1 darkness, rest it, put a Darkness Edition from your grave into your hand. Yeah, I was right. It's not that great. We have the Clothes Tailor, Crucifix, Red Hot Iron Shoes, Vampire Bat, Holy Grail, which is cool. Oh, we have a super rare, Hansel. Unfortunately, Gretel is better than Hansel, so we're going to be going with Gretel for the time being. Still pretty sweet to get a super rare. We have a Magic Stone of Wind and a Thunder. Damn, that is a sweet pack. Okay, so do I pick Gretel or Thunder? This is actually a really hard choice. Thunder's just a fantastic burn spell, but Gretel's also a fantastic ramp card. You know what? I think it's really, really close. Gretel might be the better card overall, but I'm going to go with Thunder. Not only is it a rarer card, but it was like a pretty expensive card for a long time in the game. I know they reprinted it basically with the Lightning Strike, but Thunder's just a fantastic card, and it's one of the cards that makes burn even viable in Wanderer, whereas Gretel you just kind of throw into any deck that uses wind magic stones at all. I'm gonna go with Thunder, but damn, I think Gretel might be the pick. It's so close, man. It's a razor's edge. If you picked Gretel, I would not argue with that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Thunder. Back to the Alice Cluster with the Twilight Wanderer. First up, we have Burn to Cinders, Little Sprite, Shadow Assassin, Drop of Yggdrasil, Send Back is an okay card. Oh, I like Final Forfeit quite a bit. I think that's probably our front runner so far. We have the Sane Hatter. Beat of the Phoenix Wings is our rare. It's okay. It's like a removal spell type card. We have a shiny foil Darkness Magic Stone, and then we have a foil Overlord's Baptism. I believe this is a rare as well. It is. I'm going to go with the Final Forfeit as the best card in the pack. It is a chant instant for 1 wind. It's pretty cool art. This big dude attacking this person. I don't know, is it Melfi? Looks like Melfi's hat. But, not Melfi, I mean, Feathsing. What the fuck am I thinking? It says, target J Resonator loses all abilities and cannot gain abilities until end of turn. This is some pretty sweet sideboard tech in Wanderer. Yeah, it's just pretty good in general and hosing over certain strategies. So yeah, Final Forfeit is the pick. Back to the Grimm Cluster with one of the most expensive sets in Force of Will, the Castle of Heaven and 2 Towers. Alright, so we got the Seashore Fisherman, Breath of the God, Cowardly Lion, Whisper from the Abyss. Nice! This card is busted as all hell. It is banned in Wanderer. So it is a chant instant for 1 of any and 1 darkness. And it says pay any amount of life, that's really relevant. Draw a card for each 500 life you paid this way. So basically what you do is you use this in an original Yggdrasil ruler build. You pay all your life except for 100. You draw 7 cards, and then you put a whole bunch of the Yggdrasil into play and do some crazy bullshit. This card is quite good, and it is banned for a reason, so we're going to put that as the best card so far. We have Dragon Slayer, which looks fucking badass. Look at this dude. It looks awesome. I mean, it's not an actual Resonator, it's an addition, but it's still really sweet. We have the Guide of Heaven. Ooh, Necronomicon. Damn, I think this is better just because it got... I think it's better, but Necronomicon's real good. And then we have a fucking Jeanne d'Arc. Didn't I already get a Jeanne d'Arc? This is Jeanne d'Arc, the Awakening Purity, super rare. I mean, come on, Whisper from the Abyss is better, but Jeanne d'Arc is really sweet. We have a Darkness Magic Stone, or Magic Stone of Darkness. And then we have a fucking Zeke's. This pack is so stacked. It is so stacked. Oh, man. So, fucking Zeke's, Jeanne d'Arc, Necronomicon. Okay, so it's really down to Whisper from the Abyss and Zeke. So, here's my problem, right? Whisper from the Abyss only goes in one specific strategy, and it's really good in that strategy, and it makes that deck work. Zeke's is just super good, and just kind of good in everything, but I think I'm going to go for Whisper from the Abyss. It's just so good that it's banned. Like, I gotta go with it. I'm sorry, Zeke's, I love you a lot. I have like 2 full playsets of this card because I slam it in a lot of my Wanderer decks, but Whisper is just, it's just busted, man. Back to the Alice Cluster with the Moonlit Savior. Starting it off with the Temple Monk, Blessing of Athena, Black Moon Fairy, Dance of Inspiration. Moonbreeze Elf is the top runner so far. Timekeeper Elf. Holy Moon of Pure Knights, Demonic Commander is the rare. Rare? Yeah. I think Moonbreeze Elf is a little bit better. Ooh, nice. Avatar of the Seven Lands Alice. And then we have a full art Luminescent Bamboo Bullet. Alright, so it's really going to be down against Moonbreeze Elf and the Avatar of the Seven Lands Alice. I think Alice is really sweet. But Moonbreeze Elf is also pretty good because it can't be attacked. I think I'm going to go with the Avatar of the Seven Lands Alice because I think it's more likely to see play in Wanderer than the Moonbreeze Elf, because in regards to mana dorks, we still have we have Elvish Priest and Sacred Elf, and that's just an 8 of, and it actually makes a will that's relevant. This one makes a Moon Will. The not being able to be attacked part's pretty good, and the art is also pretty good, but I think this card's actually just straight up better because it's really good sideboard tech against burn decks. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with Avatar of the Seven Lands Alice. In all honesty, neither of these is going to win out over these cards, so it's kind of a moot point, but let's go with Alice. Back to the Grimm Cluster with my first set ever, the Moon Priestess Return. I can tell that the final card of this pack was pretty bent, so I hope it's not too good. The Milky Way, Ruck, Flying Carpet, Glyph of Unkill. Oh, we got a Etna the Snow Queen, super rare. I think it's a pretty good card, actually. I actually like her quite a bit. Easily the forerunner so far. We have an Apollo Break the Moon Blast. I think Etna's better. And then we have this Stone, a Jubal, Grandsire of Musicians. I've always loved the art in this card. And then a Void Blast, which is an okay removal spell. Yeah, no, I'm going to go with Etna. She's cool. She's 700 for 2 water and 1 of any. She has the Awaken cost of X. And she has the enter Breast X target Resonators. They cannot recover as long as this card remains on the field. That's really sweet. And it says recover, or whenever this card deals damage to your opponent, he or she discards a card. This card's actually pretty good. The only downside is it costs just a bunch of will to get going, but if you get it going, yeah, it's pretty good. And we have the Battle for Ataraxia closing it out for the Alice Cluster. Starting off with the Engineer of Legianus, the last drop, Remote Control Dude, a Sacred Knight of the Dude, Blood-Covered War Dude. We have this Dark Souls Dragon, Rotted Black Moon Dragon. We have the Time Gazer Elf, and then our rare is Titania. Nice! It's gonna be hard to beat Titania. Titania is a really sweet card. We have the Water Magic... Fucking Black Moonbeam! Titania or Black Moonbeam? I mean, I'm gonna go with Black Moonbeam. Titania is really good, but Black Moonbeam is kind of a one-of-a-kind card. Destroys target J ruler. Your players cannot chase to this card. Titania is really sweet, but I mean, Drag is sort of similar, and so is Gwyber. But Black Moonbeam is just kind of a one-of-a-kind, so we're going to go with Black Moonbeam. And the final pack for today is the Millennia of Ages. Alright, so we got Dark Pulse, Temporal Spell of Millennia, Alice's Pursuit, Duel of Light. I may know Habakiri is the forerunner so far. We have the House of the Old Man. Ooh, Nyarlathotep the Usurper. I love this card. Little Red, the Hope of Millennia. Christy. Oh, dude. This is actually a good pack of Millennia of Ages. So let's show the cards that I like. I like these cards. These cards are really sweet. I'm gonna go with Nyarlathotep. I know Habakiri is really good, but it's not that good. And this is really good in the Elf deck, but this card's sweet. She's an 800/800 for 2 of any and 2 darkness. You don't care about that because she has Incarnation, a darkness or a darkness and fire, or a darkness and a darkness or fire, and then you can play it for free. You just have to banish one of the resonators of each type. And then it says, enter, you may look at target player's hand and choose a card. He or she discards the card. This is really good in my Fox deck. I love this card. Anytime I draw it, I pitch 2 dudes, look at my opponent's hand, pick their best card, they discard it, and then you're left with an 800/800. That's pretty sweet. I like this card quite a bit. So, yeah, I think it's a pretty solid win for Millennia of Ages. Alright guys, so here you have it. These are the best cards for today. And let's be honest, let's take out the worst cards. These cards are all decent, but they're not as good as these 3. So we have it down between Black Moonbeam, Thunder, and Whisper from the Abyss. Alright guys, so I'm going to be just very blunt about this one. I think these 2 cards are absolutely fantastic. They are linchpins in the decks that they're in. Black Moonbeam, not really, but it's kind of like a solid sideboard card that keeps certain decks in check. But Whisper from the Abyss is a banned card, and banned for a good reason, because if it wasn't banned, a turn 2 deck would be very prevalent in Wanderer, and like a really consistent turn 2 deck. You just kill your opponent on turn 2. This card wins the game on the spot a lot of the time that it's played, and so for that reason alone, I have to pick Whisper from the Abyss as our pick from this week. So that means Grimm Cluster ties it up 3-3. We are currently halfway through the Grimm Showdown. Please let me know how you guys are liking the series so far. I know it's not getting as much watches or as many views as my other videos, but I still like doing this. I think it's a fun series, and it's pretty cool for everyone to just get a glimpse of Force of Will's past. And yeah, check out and see what some of the best cards in the entire game are, and specifically some of the best cards for Wanderer. So with all that said, I hope you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all that good shit. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Have a good one all, and I shall see you later.